Chapter 16. Hearthstone unleashes his inner bovine. Jack decided this was an excellent time to give me a training session. Despite being fully capable of fighting on his own, he had this strong belief that I should learn to wield him with my own power. Something about me being worthy and competent or whatever. The thing is, I sucked at swordplay. Also, Jack always decided to train me at the worst possible situations. "No time like the present!" he yelled, turning heavy and unhelpful in my grip. "Come on, man!" I ducked the first blade that swung toward my head. "Let's practice later, on mannequins or something." "Dodge left!" Jack yelled. "On your other left!" "Make me proud, senor. The Skofnug blade is watching." I was almost tempted to die, just to embarrass Jack in front of the lady sword. But since I was outside Valhalla, and my death would be permanent, I decided that particular plan might be short-sighted. The zombies crowded in. The cramped quarters were our only advantage. Each Draugr was armed with a broadsword, which required about 5 feet of free space for effective swinging. 12 dead berserkers with broadswords surrounding a tight-knit group of defenders in a small chamber. I don't care how good you are at forming a quorum, you're just not going to be able to massacre those defenders very easily without hacking apart your comrades as well. Our melee turned into an awkward shuffle with a lot of shoving, cursing, and bad zombie breath. Semra thrust her spear under Arvid's jaw, the weapon's light burning away his head like a flame going through toilet paper. Another zombie jabbed at Blitzen's chest, but Blitz's chainmail-lined vest bent the blade. Blitz slammed his bow tie, wrapped his fist into a zombie's gut, and much to everyone's disgust, got his hand stuck in the zombie's abdominal cavity. "Gross!" Blitzen proceeded to lurch backward, yanking the zombie along, swinging him like a clumsy dance partner, and knocking other Draugr out of the way. Hearthstone took the award for most improved in melee combat. He slammed down a runestone. He was immediately encased in a golden light. He grew taller. His muscles swelled as though someone were inflating his clothes. His eyes turned to bloodshot. His hair splayed with static. He grabbed the nearest zombie and tossed him across the room. Then he picked up another one and literally broke him in half over his knee. As you can guess, the other zombies backed away from the crazy, overinflated elf. "What rune is that?" I accidentally swung Jack through the top of Gillier's sarcophagus, giving it a sunroof. Blitz yanked his hand free from the dance partner, who collapsed into pieces. "Uruts," Blitz said, "the rune of the ox." I suddenly added an Urus rune to my Christmas wish list. Meanwhile, Semra cut through her enemies, twirling her spear in one hand like a shiny baton of death. Any zombie who managed to avoid going up in flames, she chopped down with her axe. Jack continued shouting unhelpful advice. "Parry, Magnus! Duck! Defense pattern Omega!" I was pretty sure that wasn't even a thing. The few times I'd managed to hit a zombie, Jack cut him to pieces, and I doubted the moves were impressive enough to win Jack a date with the lady sword. When it became clear that Gillier was running out of bodyguards, he leapt into battle himself, whacking me with his sheathed sword and yelling, "Bad mortal! Bad mortal!" I tried to fight back, but Jack resisted. Probably he thought it would be unchivalrous to fight the lady, especially one who stuck in her sheath. Jack was old-fashioned that way. Finally, Gillier was the only Draugr left. His bodyguards lay strewn across the floor with a ghastly collection of arms, legs, weapons, and knitting supplies. Gillier backed toward his sarcophagus, cradling the Skofnug sword against his chest. "Hold on! Point of order! I move that we table all further combat until—" Hearthstone objected to Gillier's motion by rushing the prince and ripping his head off. Gillier's body toppled forward. And our roid-raging elf stomped him flat, kicking and scattering the desiccated remains until there was nothing left but the Skofnug sword. Hearth started to kick at that too. "Stop him!" Jack yelled. I grabbed Hearth's arm, which was definitely the bravest thing I'd done all day. He rounded on me, his eyes blazing with fury. "He's dead," I signed. "You can stop now." Chances were high that I was going to get decapitated again. Then Hearthstone blinked. His bloodshot eyes cleared, his muscles deflated, his hair settled against his scalp. He crumpled, but Blitzen and I were both there to catch him. We'd gotten used to Hearthstone's post-magic pass-outs. Sam stuck her spear in Dagfin's corpse and left it standing like a giant glow stick. She paced the tomb, cursing under her breath. I'm sorry, guys. All that risk, all that effort, and no Mjolnir. Hey, it's cool, Jack said. We rescued Skofnug's sword from her evil master. She's going to be so grateful. We have to take her with us. Blitzen waved his orange handkerchief in Hearth's face, trying to revive him. Taking that sword would be a very bad idea. Why? I asked. Why does Hearth look so freaked out when he heard its name? You said something about a stone? Blitz cradled Hearth's head in his lap like he was trying to protect the elf from our conversation. Kid, whoever sent us here, it was a trap all right, but the danger were in the least dangerous things in... Hold on. But the Draugr were the least dangerous things in this chamber. Somebody wanted us to free that sword. You are absolutely right. My heart jackknifed. Standing in front of Gelir's sarcophagus were the two men I least wanted to see in the 9 worlds. Uncle Randolph and Loki. Behind him, the back panel of the sawed-off coffin had made a shimmering doorway. On the other side lay Randolph's study. Loki's scarred lips twisted into a grin. Good job finding the bride prince, Magnus. The sword. Oh, the bride price. Good job finding the bride price, Magnus. The sword is perfect.